What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Food Fitness Family. It is me, Big Daddy Blankenship, and Mr. Beautiful Marcus Gates. How are you doing today, Marcus?
Bro, you sound sleepy.
I am sleepy. I told you this time change has been fucking me up, bro.
Oh, has it? The time change messed you up?
Oh my god, yes. Ugh. Because
What way? Just because it's darker in the
what
mornings?
do you mean what way? Because we sprung forward, so I lose an hour. So now, like when I wake up at 7, my body thinks it's 6.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
You know,
I got you. It
because
also kind of
normally it's
makes
like
it harder to wind down at nighttime.
it does because I'm not quite ready to fall asleep yet because it's like 10 o'clock, but usually it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Usually, you know what I'm saying?
I really like it when it gets dark at 6, so I have that excuse to go to bed at 6:30.
Yeah, because I will say, like, when I get done at work at like 7:30, I'm not as tired as usual.
Yeah. Which is nice. I love that about spring and summer, especially when I don't have school and shit. Like, it's nice to have energy at that time of day. But yeah.
But I had this new
Pros and
thing where
cons.
we're trying to turn the TV off before 10 o'clock.
What do you do after that? Just stare at the
Sleep.
wall. Sleep.
Usually by then I can fall asleep within a few minutes, but I like to
down.
I only get like 30, 45 minutes of TV. So I like to watch it.
Yeah.
And then sometimes that'll turn into like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And it's 10:30. And
10:30, 11.
Then I'm trying to set my alarm for 6 or 6:30 to get up.
Uh-huh.
And it's just not a good thing for me.
Yeah. I think it helps us not having kids because like we can get in bed like at 8 o'clock and watch TV until like 10 o'clock. And then by 10 o'clock, I'm out anyway. But I feel like once you have a kid and you got like put him to sleep, and then you finally have you time, then that can kind of creep up in terms of how late you stay up, which
for sure.
I know a lot of my clients kind of struggle with that. It's like, dude, that's my only time. I'm like, I get it. But if you got to get up at 6 a.m. to either get to the gym or get to work, you're cutting time out of what's most important in your entire life for you to function and live a long, healthy life. And that's getting your ass to sleep, which kind of circles back into what we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah, we put Max to bed at 8:30, and then we try to be in bed after that. So it's like, but then if I have to shower, shave, talk about wind down, what we got going on tomorrow, whatever it may be. If we want to have sexy time, that's like an extra 30 seconds, 45 seconds.
Oh, I was giving you, I gave you an extra minute and a half. Now that makes sense. So, last 14 days, because we didn't record last week. Sorry if any of you were missing us last week. Caleb was out of town, which he'll get to in a minute. But no, last 14 days has been pretty good. Picked up client-wise. Sound like 6 or 7 people in the last 2 weeks, which has been good. My current clients though, when it rains, it pours, and good things and bad things. And sometimes it feels like I get 10 bad check-ins and then it turns into 40 bad check-ins, or like I just have, people low motivation or struggles, they all struggle together. But then when they're thriving, I love check-in days more than anything, because then I just have like nothing but good check-ins rolling in. And that's always really motivating for me. And really exciting. And so that's kind of how the past few weeks have been. I feel like,
dude, there's nothing better than when to see their thriving lives just
fucking A. And I even say that within the check-ins. I'm like, I love to see you thriving, all caps.
But no, so stupid. I like it.
It is a lot of fun though to be able to see that though. And again, that just motivates me to keep, that I'm doing a good job. Not that I need that reminder, but you need that reminder sometimes, especially if you had a couple of weeks where your clients are struggling here or there. It's nice to kind of see that. But no, aside from that though, KU won last night, so that was good to see. Rolling into Saturday now. I don't know, I'm a little bit nervous about that. Also, I get a little nervous about having to pay for these new goddamn season tickets. They upped the prices on us for next year, so fantastic there. But anyway, though, that's how mine is. Started spring break today, so that's exciting.
Oh, mine's on spring break right now.
Nice. He's at the back end of his though, right?
Yeah. What's today? Is today Friday? Yeah, he'll go back Monday.
Yeah.
I don't even know what day it is. Dude, my last 14 days, God, I got so much going on, but in a good way. I think I signed up we said 7 or 8 new clients, which is nice because February was a slower month for me as far as client signups. And I got some set up for, it's always nice to kind of have like signing clients and kind of have clients like waiting in the trenches like a couple weeks out.
Yep.
So I have some of that going on. Construction at the gym is moving. Painting starts when this releases on Monday.
Oh, sweet. So like, what's all done with the gym then? I haven't asked you any updates.
Technically, nothing's really done. They're doing construction right now. So like the plumbing's done, the framing's done. They're gonna get half the drywall done and the electrical, and then they'll start painting, because when you do construction like that, any plumbing or any electrical has to get inspected before it's covered up.
Yeah.
So they can only do like half the wall.
Okay.
And then they'll come in, inspect that, then they can cover it up. So once they get that done, it should move really easily.
Yeah.
Which sucks because I might have measured. So I don't know if I'll quite have room for the two deadlift platforms how I wanted them. I mean, we'll still have them, but maybe not exactly how I wanted them.
It's nice to have two though. It's good.
Yeah, I think it will be. Ordered weights last night. Mirrors, weights, and flooring will be here in the next 3 weeks. I was out of town last week. Almost forgot about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
We were supposed to be in. It was good. So it wasn't Italy. So we canceled our Italy trip.
Mm-hmm.
But we went to Beaver Lake and got a cabin in the woods. And it was nice, man. We literally laid around for 3 days. We probably watched like 10 movies in 3 days. We actually laid around so much my back hurt. And we just slept, ate, chilled. We would make breakfast every morning in the cabin because we had a kitchenette.
Nice.
One night we grilled some strips from Golden Belt. And then the other nights we went to like this really good it's called Anglers. It's like this fish restaurant. They're known for like their catfish.
Mm-hmm.
And then another night, the first night we got there in town, we had like got in at like 5 o'clock, and we went to this. It's called Red's Pizzeria. It's this little pizza place that we love down there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just beautiful. It's peaceful. The weather really sucked. But we got to go to this cool place called Turpentine Creek, which is like a big cat rescue.
Yeah.
And
that's cool.
they had like half of like Tiger King's animals.
Yeah.
It's like a huge sanctuary, and it's all nonprofit, and they're actually building like another 160 enclosures.
Wow. So it's just another Tiger King.
Yeah, but like their enclosures are actually really big. They're massive, and like they actually take really good care of the animals. And it's not like a normal zoo. You're not walking around. They put you on a tram, and then they drive you around the property, and they stop at each enclosure, and they tell you the animal's story.
That's cool.
And they educate you on like the animals.
Yeah.
They tell you like, why things like cub petting and shit like that is so bad for them. Yeah. It's actually really cool. They don't even touch the animals, they said, and they're never actually even within the same cage as the animal. Like they're always separated. So they try to let them live as free as possible.
That's cool.
I don't know. I really liked it. So I think we'll go back.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like a good trip. I mean, just almost, in my opinion, probably almost better that it was like rainy and stuff, because it's not like you guys are going to go hiking or anything like that. So it kind of gave you the opportunity to just lay there and have an excuse to just do absolutely nothing, which is
literally
much needed for you guys.
Literally. So
definitely.
Yeah, it was good, man. But back to life now, and just get shit rolling. So
yes, sir.
What are our questions today?
So today we've got a short one for you guys. We'll see how short we can actually make it, but we're diving into. So one time I had this entrepreneur dude ask me a question.
Oh,
and I've
sorry, I forgot to include this.
What?
I'm also on my phone today because I haven't had Wi-Fi for 2 weeks.
What do you mean?
I didn't tell you that. I haven't had Wi-Fi for 2 fucking weeks.
At your house?
So try needing to get shit done at the house, or having a fucking kid on spring break and you don't have
God, what? How did that go over?
Because they're doing this big 69 expressway bullshit by my house.
Oh my God.
They're trying to turn 69 into like some type of toll road-ish thing.
Yeah.
And they did something underground and they can't figure it out. So we haven't had Wi-Fi since last Sunday. Like that's crazy. Sunday. Yeah.
They're turning 69 into a toll road.
Yeah, like some type of toll road. I don't think it's gonna be a full-blown toll road, but like they're trying to make like a separate express lane. So they're gonna be adding an extra lane to it.
Honestly, it could probably use that, because when that shit gets backed up, it gets backed up.
Yeah, but this one will only be used for like if you're traveling and you don't want an exit or something. I don't know how they but I think
Oh,
it's
cool.
stupid.
Well, yeah, right. Especially if it's messing with your Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Back to our 3 questions.
Back to it. So here, I'll just ask you. So if you had a put this in the list of priority, prioritization. I don't know why I keep messing that up. Time freedom, financial freedom, and health. So if you had to rank them and kind of give me why you would rank them in that order.
Well, I'll go health, money, time.
Health, money, time. I like it.
Because if there's one thing I wish I could have in the world is unlimited health.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you give me unlimited health, I know eventually I'll make unlimited money. That's just kind of the way my brain's wired.
Yeah, I like that.
So I like to have unlimited health. I mean, we only get one body. Like I said, there's been a couple guys that I know that are my age and maybe within a couple years of me, and they both are high ranking in their job. One owns a business, one is like pretty high up in his job, and they both had strokes. And it's just kind of freaky to think about people my age having strokes. But I think with the stress that people are put under and we don't try to handle it, and then you throw on top like poor lifestyle habits, things like that. Now, I'm not perfect. I probably had like a 12 pack while I was out of town, but that was it. You know what I mean? I haven't.
Well,
touched
that's
anything
also
since I've been back.
that happens like twice a year for you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just crazy to me, man. And along the lines of that, I made a post. On here it was last night, so this would have been a couple days ago by the time this releases, about blood work. I don't know if you've seen it or not. And it's crazy how people will just love a transformation. Mm-hmm. But it's like you post someone's blood work and in 30 days you drop their CRP almost 10 points. Mm-hmm. And they don't they don't understand how huge that is. I mean, that person was looking at having a heart attack within the next couple months, most likely.
Yeah.
And when she came to me, and she, how do I put it? She's a longtime client. I trained her for a long time, but she's very on and off. She runs a pretty successful business. Again, her health comes kind of last right now, but she's trying. And I remember she came to me with like tears in her eyes one day, and she just felt so bad. And I could see it in her face, like her eyes, her face, like she was just in pain, and it was just all from inflammation. So it's just crazy how like you'll post something to me that is like absurdly insane, and it gets like 10 likes. Literally, I think the post has like 14 likes. Now I don't care about likes.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's annoying to me that you post some hardcore evidence like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, not everyone is fixing bloods. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's that crazy.
Well,
not to mention her triglycerides went from 299 to 105.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That's wild. And incredible. And again, like you just said, I mean, it's life. It's not just life changing, it's life saving, especially because if you didn't have this intervention, if you didn't have those numbers to even know where they were, like if that wasn't being monitored, luckily by you in that situation, like you said, if it wasn't in a few months, within a few years, it would have happened.
Yeah.
And those numbers would have been way, way worse. And some of that damage would have been irreversible potentially.
Well, and her husband just had to have surgery this week, and she was very stressed out because it came out of nowhere. So what if that would have never been fixed, and then she would have had that stress thrown on top? She could have very easily been in the hospital with him.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
My big thing is health. I just want to I want to live as long as possible now that I have a kid and having another kid.
Yeah.
I want to be around for my great grandkids if possible. Now, do I expect that to happen? Absolutely not. Yeah. But I would love it.
You want to set yourself up for success with that.
Yeah. Second would be money. I already have some decent time freedom. I wouldn't say a lot, but if I need to move things around, I can. So I have okay time right now. But if I have more money, I can have nicer things at home for my family. I can always make sure that I never have to tell my son no if he needs travel baseball money, and that, you know what I mean? Or like, I don't know, maybe I would like to, if someone on his team just doesn't have what they need, we can supplement that. You know what I mean? It's like, when I think about having more money, I think about how I can help other people. One of the people that I really like in my life, they had a car issue.
Will you pull your mic up just a little bit? It's sounding scratchy.
Just better.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit.
Is that better?
Yeah, there you go.
It's on my hood because I'm on my phone because I don't have Wi-Fi.
Keep rocking. Keep rocking.
They needed a car. They had to cancel on us because they didn't have a car. I was like, man, I wish I just had like an extra 10 grand laying around.
Yeah.
I would just go buy them a car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just stuff like that. I want the money for myself and my family, but I also would like it because I can help other people. And I think that's one thing we're big on is like trying, if we're in a position that we're blessed enough to be financially stable and have surplus, then why can't we help other people?
Of course. Yeah.
And then I would say time, just because if I have health, I'll have unlimited time.
You should have time. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm already able to kind of move things around. If I want to go on a towner, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And as my businesses grow, I should only have more of that.
Yeah. Well, and ultimately the good thing with your position and where you've positioned yourself at in life is that, when you need more time with the family, when you need more time to get to Max's, sports events or school events, stuff like that, like you can get your time covered at the gym.
Yep.
You can shift clients around. So even though you don't have a ton of free time, when you need the free time, you can get the free time, which is nice.
For sure. Yeah. And I don't necessarily once Lee Summit opens, man, I'm not even going to be in the gym full time. Like I'll be there for my clients, but like, I don't have to go in if I don't want to, because I have management there. Yeah. But I will, because that's who I am. But my time is more of like, I would like to be home by 5 o'clock, you know what I mean? And not at work because right now, Monday through Thursday, I'm at work till 7:15. Yeah. Because I have clients that right now I just need because of what we're doing. Yeah. And it's hard to turn down the money. So I take them. So one day if I could, just be home by 5 o'clock, that'd be amazing. And that's one thing that me and Chad talk about. And, his day starts really like 6, but he's done by like 3. Yeah. And his restaurant's closed at that time, so it's a little easier. But I think that's a great thing if I could get my day started earlier and be done, early and pick my kids up from school. Now I do get to pick basically like 2 to 3 days a week. I get to pick Max up from school, and I basically drop him off every day. So it could be way worse. Yeah. But it sucks kind of when I get home sometimes, and if I have a late night with a consult call or something like that, and I'm getting home and he's in bed already, and I'm like, all right, good night, man, love you. And he's like, Dad, and I'm like, yeah, good night. Yeah. You know what I mean? I feel like shit. So
yeah, I know what you mean.
How about you?
That's tough. No, yeah. So mine would definitely be. Mine's probably, I don't know, the financial freedom and time freedom are so like neck and neck with me. But definitely health definitely comes first. And
I feel like financial and time are almost the same thing.
They definitely can, because I feel like, if you have one, you don't necessarily have the other, but generally, at least in the way our society is kind of built, you probably have both.
Another thing, because if I have all the time in the world and I don't have any damn money, I'm gonna be bored as shit.
No shit. That's a good point. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna go travel without any money. No, I definitely feel that though. So yeah, mine would be health. Mine would be health, time, and money, because I feel like with more time, I also have like more time on my hands. I can figure out how to make more money with that. But definitely health.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we're both wired that like, if we have unlimited health and time, like, I mean, it's like, gonna come. Have you ever seen the meme that is like, how come every vampire in every movie is rich? And it's like, dude, if you've been alive for 1,000 years and you don't have money, like, just step into the sun, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. that's a damn good point. You should be ruling some stuff. But so like, I love to ask this to clients, especially entrepreneur clients, or, workaholics, people that are just grinding, because, especially, I mean, just like you and I, we're running a business, and this is a huge aspect of our life. And not just do we want to see it grow for the financial benefits and for, what it's providing our family, but we just want to see it grow. Like it's something we've crafted, and we want to see it get built up as big as we can, to an extent, at least. So I love to ask my clients that, or people like on consult calls, like, where do you rank these things for me? And most times, almost every single time, I've never had somebody say health first. They've said money or time first. And they might say time because they want more family time. Or they say money first because of everything that's obviously bringing with it. But so I always like to ask that, though. Then I kind of circle back to them like, okay, well, here's the reason why I feel like health should be first. Because let's say you said money is most important to you and you want to make as much money as you can, yada, yada, yada. Well, like you just mentioned, a lot of, a couple of people off the top of your head that are young that have that financial freedom. They don't have a worry when it comes to their finances, but they just had fucking strokes. And so my thing is, if you're an entrepreneur and you're working your ass off, you're envisioning this beautiful life when you hit 60, or whenever you can sell the business, whenever you can retire, or whenever you can step away from whatever your career looks like, and be able to enjoy all that financial freedom that you just built and gave yourself. Fantastic. Kudos to you. That same person that just sacrificed their health for their 30 or 40 year career is now probably dealt with for a majority of that time.
Yeah.
Horrible energy, horrible self-confidence, because you're not doing the things that are going to make your body feel good. And then that's always going to, increase inflammation and increase digestion issues. And it's going to increase your weight on the scale. And then that never makes you feel good. So it's going to compound all these issues over that amount of time. So once you actually have time to truly get to enjoy your financial freedom, and in that same breath, your time freedom, because, hey, now you're retired. Hey, now you sold the business, but now you have a laundry list of health issues, and you're at the age now potentially where it's going to be a lot harder and a lot more work you're going to have to put into reverse any of that. And you're never really going to get to achieve a lot of those goals with that type of stuff. So my reason is to put health first. If you're healthy and you have good energy, and on top of that, let's say you're an entrepreneur, not that you have to be fit or even healthy to be able to get better business. But I can tell you this, if I walk into a room and I'm about to do business with somebody, or I'm about to sign up with somebody, about to give money over to somebody, and all things created equal, if I walk into there and you are unhealthy, you're super overweight, you're out of breath just talking to me, and I can just see that you are stressed in terms of your health, I probably don't want to give you my business. Versus if there's somebody equally, whatever, has all the same skill set and education, everything else that you do, but they're fit, and I can see that they're taking care of themselves. That's who I want to do business with, is that person right there.
Shows more respect. Well, I mean, let's
you're valuing yourself.
Yeah. And let's look at it from this perspective. My day yesterday was, I felt like it was kind of chill, but like most people would be like, oh, what the fuck? Like I woke up, I had breakfast, I helped my wife get breakfast. We got our son dressed. We got out of the house. I had to go to Home Depot to fix a piece of equipment at the gym. We fixed the piece of equipment.
Yeah.
I went to the chiropractor, went straight to a 2-hour manager meeting, left the manager meeting, went to the bank, went home, went back to the gym, answered a couple emails, made a couple phone calls that I needed to get made for like the flooring and stuff. And then I trained a client, and then I had exactly 60 minutes. So I busted out an arm workout, and then I had a consultation, and then I had 2 more clients. And then I came home, I finished the dishes, because we have this new thing that we just started this week where we're clearing the kitchen every night before we go to bed. It's actually been very nice.
Yeah, I like that.
And then I spent some time with my son. I got him in bed. I took my dogs out, fed them, got in bed, spent like 20 minutes with my wife, and passed out. Like, that's a pretty full day, but I feel like that's honestly, one of my easier days.
Yeah.
And like, if I was in really poor health, like that would have wrecked me.
That would have been awful. It would have been, and then imagine having to do that every single day.
Yeah. And I'm not saying like I'm in great health, but right now that I'm bouncing around and I'm under 250 instead of like 280, 290 last year, like that day would have destroyed me.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, and you're doing all the other right things to manage it. You're doing low intensity cardio later on today, this morning. You're going to go do that.
Yeah.
You're making sure your nutrition is all on point, which then allows you to continue getting up every day, and not just getting all that shit done, but feeling good as you're doing it as well. But yeah, so that's just where I feel like a lot of people are kind of missing that mark, is that, they'd rather be at the office from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. because of all the benefits given them financially. But okay, now you spent 0 time with your family. And on top of that, even the moments that you're spending with them, you're fucking tired and you feel like shit. And that's it. And that's just your entire day with that stuff. And you're doing all this. And I ask you, hey, why does that money matter to you? Well, for the security that's given my family. I love that. I totally appreciate that. I think it's awesome that you're doing that. But okay, but now you're not going to be around when you're 60 or when you're 70 with those people that you just said that you love so much, that your life will be cut short because you didn't ever make time for your own health. You didn't ever make time to lower your stress. You didn't ever make time for the fucking lunch that you needed to have. You know, you just work straight through it, and then you're going to go binge at night or not eat and continue to just chip away at your overall health. And I don't see the benefit of that. And again, kind of coming back to, let's say I'm sitting down in a job interview. Again, if me and another candidate are coming in there and I'm fit and healthy and coming there with good energy and I feel great about myself, there's all these other dominoes that don't have to be pushed over for me to be the best employee that I can be.
It helps it helps you exude confidence.
Exactly.
You're more confident in what you're doing.
Exactly. And everybody wants to be around that a lot more. Now, I'm not saying you can't be overweight, I'm not saying you can't have certain things like that, but it doesn't help you like it does to present yourself well, showing that you value yourself.
Well, and let's look at our families. Like, and I think that sometimes it's spouse driven. You know what I mean? They want more and more and more. Like, I'm lucky enough, and I'm sure Nicole's the same way, where like, if I made $1 million a year, that's awesome. Yeah. But if I was gone all the time, the money wouldn't matter. She'd rather me make $50,000 a year and us struggle as a family of 4, but have the time together.
Yep.
Because like, how many times do we see relationships end because like, oh, he didn't show me attention, or he didn't do this, or because they were always at work, because they work 12, 15 hours a day. You know what I mean? And I'm guilty of that. Sometimes Tatiana really has to pull me back. But if I make the sacrifices to make extra time now, then, you know, like things like the next couple weekends when I'm going to be in Lee Summit working all weekend.
Yeah.
It's not great, but she understands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to do what we got to do, as long as it's not an everyday thing. It's hard.
No, it definitely is. And we constantly have that, you know, I have that struggle as well. Like if I have a Sunday with not really much on my plate to do, like in terms of like, we don't have like plans or anything, then I always have work I can be doing. So it's hard for me to not go sit down at the computer and work for a couple of hours. But like, I know that by Wednesday, if I worked Monday through Sunday and never gave myself just a break from the mental effort and energy that goes into working, then yeah, if I do that, then by Wednesday of the following week, I am burnt out. I'm stressed out. I'm more agitated. I'm more angry about stupid shit. And especially like coming back to kind of what I said earlier about like client check-ins, if it was one of those weeks where clients were just struggling, and it usually happens to be those weeks, because then I feel like I need to put in a little extra work on Sunday, because on, you know, Thursday and Friday, my check-ins weren't great with my clients. So I gotta invest more time into this. Well, then I burn out, and then I'm more angry with next week's check-ins.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter how much time you put in. If they're not doing it, it's their fault. You know what I mean? You can only do so much.
So you know, the past couple of weekends, I've committed to, I'm not doing any work on Sunday, even though I felt like I had shit that I could have been doing. And it's helped, because then by Monday, I'm refreshed, and I gave that time to myself. You know, I allowed myself to go to the gym and not have to have a rush workout. I could actually just enjoy. The whole reason why I started Thriving Lives, because I enjoy being in the gym and I enjoy, you know, working out. And
you know, and I think like a lot of times on Sundays when I come downstairs, I'll just leave my phone upstairs, because like, even though like you just need one day, because with what we do, it's not just the texts, or it is the text. I mean, it's not just the emails and stuff. It's like, this is an all day thing. So I know you are like me, and you're answering texts from when the minute you wake up.
Yep. I replied to a text at like 6:30, because like, this person texted me at 10:30. I'm texting you as soon as I wake up, if you're going to text me.
And Mondays are my check-in days, and I will talk to 50 plus people, text, phone call. And that's not even counting like if my contractor's calling me, and the gym emails and the calls. And it's like, by the end of Monday, I'm ready to throw my phone through a wall. Like, I need to put it down. And I get so many fucking texts on a Monday that I can't even get to them all. I'll get to them the best I can, and then I have to pick up and resume, and I'm finished by like noon on Tuesday. It's crazy. So it's like, sometimes you just need that one day. And if I worked all day Sunday, then I came to that Monday, like, fuck. But when I don't work Sunday, I'm like hyped up for Monday, because I'm like ready.
Yeah, you can actually get through that day. And again, you've done everything you needed to all the week leading up to that your energy is going to be fine. And you're like, I can't, when I have just like an injury, like if my back is a little bit strained or my shoulder feels off, that puts me into a mental funk anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm not thriving even within what I'm doing. So like, to me, I'm not at my best in terms of, being a husband, being a dog dad, being a friend or a spouse or anything. Like I'm not thriving in that if my health is off. And that's just with an injury, like a shoulder injury, because it's all I can think about. So I can only imagine if I actually had like legitimate health issues. You're not going to be your best, because now, even if it's only 10% of your brain is going to that, you're now sucking energy away from where you could be spending it on health issues that you've caused by not just carving out the little bit of time that you need to, whether that's carving out the time you need to do meal prep, carving out the time you need to just go pick up a meal service meals or have delivered to your house. You're not even making the 5-minute order online to have it shipped to you, so you can at least conquer that. If you're not going to meal prep, you're not carving the time out of you're working all through the day. You're working through your lunch hour. You're working through the time that you said you were going to go work out, and you're getting a 12-hour workday. Well, guess what? Whatever job you're doing, the work is never done. Yep. We could all just keep working, and the work is never done. Your to-do list is really never solved. So put some shit off. Not all of it's going to get done today anyway. So might as well go ahead and cut out an hour of that day to go get your damn lunch in. Sit down and just take your time and eat that lunch, or have some, figure out solutions for that. If you said that you're going to do a workout, go do the damn workout.
Nope, I agree.
But yeah. So that's something that I think that if you're listening to this, I think you should ask yourself that, to rank number one, ideally where those priorities fall, but then also reflect on that are those where your priorities are actually at the moment? Like ideally, you might say, yeah, I would love to live a long, healthy life, but are any of your priorities or any of your daily actions actually aligned with where your ideal priorities would be? And if they're not, then, start doing some problem solving. Think about how you can actually reprioritize these things in your actionable steps every single day, or at least most days of the week. And then your life will go in that direction that you want it to. And honestly, if you put health first, I almost guarantee the
rest will come.
The time and the financial freedom will come. And when you actually have the time, when you're retired, instead of dealing with that shit in a hospital, dealing with that shit with doctor's appointments, dealing with, I have no energy. I know my grandma, she dealt with gut health issues all her life. Everybody just said, oh, that's just her stomach. No, it doesn't fucking have to be.
That's not how that works.
Not changed. Yeah, exactly. So many people just accept that this is just no, take control and take accountability that you haven't been doing the right things. And if you don't know what to do to fix it, find somebody who does know how to help you fix it and then fix it. But, point being, she worked her ass off her entire life, but she never focused on her health. And then when she gets to the point of retiring and she has time freedom and she has a little bit more financial freedom,
she has no health.
She has no health, and she couldn't even at one point go to my cousin's base. Like, she went to all my games growing up, which was fantastic, and I loved that so much that she was able to make it every single one of my baseball games all through college. But then once my cousins are all in sports, she literally can't even go to their games because she doesn't know where the closest bathroom is when she goes there, because that's just her thing. And she was young, she wasn't even that old. And so my thing was, all you need to do is sacrifice a little bit of time and change up some of your habits, and you should still be here. You should still be going to those games. You shouldn't have to be missing this time. But, and not that I'm angry about it, but I'm angry about it to an extent, just because it didn't have to go that way. And so many people just chalk up their health issues to, well, this is just part of life. It isn't fucking part of life. Go fix it so you can actually be there for the people you love. None of us care about the money and the time as much as we care about you feeling good and being totally with us when you're with us.
Oh, I agree.
Anywho, though, do some reflection, friends.
Yeah, this is supposed to be short. It wasn't, but it is what it is.
It never is. Well, either way, man, have a good Friday, though. Everybody else have a great Monday, and we will talk to you guys next week.
Let's crush it. Have a good one, guys.
See you, buddy.
Bye.